Welcome to today's talk video. It's the easiest for me to do these talk videos. I would make more if like I had more time, you know. But I'm off this morning. I go in later today. So I've got time to like take my time to make a video and edit, you know, the process. And then get off to my real job, you know. I hope you guys are doing good today. I'm good. Just patiently waiting for the holidays to get here, which I'm not done. I've got all this crap to get still. It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. Christmas. What are you gonna do? I like the setup. I got a little Christmas setup right now. I'm not in my room, obviously, but you know, we've got a tree. We've got lights. We've got Christmas. We jack in the halls, you know. This is the sunroom. I think I've said this on my last talk video because I think the last video I was here too. This is just where I come every morning. I drink my coffee. I'm here, okay? So I be here. And if you hear squeaking, it's the chair. Okay, I got some flowers, some pretty floral, well, tree, whatever this thing is, pine. I've got a cute little snowman buddy with me. So he's here, he's my witness, and that's just about it. I've got a few things to talk about, but I don't want to say, let's talk about this next. I'll just gradually get into everything that I would like to talk about today. One thing we're going to talk about, well, let's talk about the holiday season. And then this is going to go into my first thing. Okay, so basically the holidays, just, you know, you enjoy family time, your friends, you give gifts, you celebrate what you're thankful for, you just have a good time, you get decorations. It's just it's the best time of the year, right? But there are some cons, like some people are just, what's the word, fortunate? Like, they're not able to do what they would like to have done. You know, like some people can't afford some gifts, some people can't afford to go home for Christmas, like that kind of thing. But I think a bigger issue that we need to talk about is robberies and situations, okay? There was not being able to afford stuff for Christmas and going home, that's a big issue too, but lately I'm hearing lots of stories about robberies, of course, like getting robbed, getting mugged at the malls, and our mall had a recent mug, as Wendy would say, mugtation. Someone got mugged and at the mall, and she was walking from her car to the mall. She noticed two people. She didn't think twice about anything. 10 feet from the door, people dragged her basically and took all her stuff, you know. She didn't go shopping yet because that would have been bad, because that does happen to people where after they do their shopping they get robbed, so that's not good either. She said there was no mall security, and I could not 100% agree more. Our mall sucks. Like, they don't have any mall security. And when you need them, they're not around. Okay, like, where is everybody? Like, where is security outside? You need, like, 5 police cars to put guard by every door. Look, this wouldn't happen in New York. You know, there's security everywhere. Yeah, so the woman made a statement against the mall that there's no mall security. She was, after she had got mugged, robbed, I think it was a Saturday night, she waited for like an hour and a half before somebody got to her. So I was like, dang. And you know, that's why I've been just like 100% about being overly cautious. I'd rather be overly cautious, dramatic, freak out than like carefree. Like, you know, like, because the minute I let my guard down, something will happen. So I always stand by being cautious, dramatic. You need to think about these things. She said, if you see somebody looking at you, they're probably not looking for a parking spot, they're looking to mug you. So I was like, that's so true. Anybody in a parking lot anywhere, there could be somebody in their car. That may not just be a person just hanging out in their car. They're looking to mug you. Like, you don't know these things. Just anybody walking in the parking lot, they may not be shopping. They may be shopping to mug you, like, but they're not like shopping, you know? Like, you need to just be alert of everybody. This world's crazy. And people be like, oh no, it's okay, too dramatic, you're being too cautious, and like, bitch, no. Shut up. You just need to think about these things. I tweeted them all, and here's what I had said. They responded to me, and their response was bullshit, okay, to the max, okay? So what I had said, I mean, this stuff could happen anywhere, but I feel like it happens more with the holiday season. I said, I'm disappointed in the lack of security at the mall. The parking lots should have more coverage as well as inside, both lack intensely. And what I mean by that, basically, is what I have said. Okay, there's no security outside. Where are the police cars? Where are guards on every door? And where are the security guards inside? And the chicken-ass security inside our mall, whatever we do have. You know, they just stand in a little group, talking the whole time. They're not, like, around the premises the whole time. They're not walking around. They are every now and then, but just to go to their little donut shop, you know. But they're either talking, they're like old people who cannot, like, they can't do anything to you. They can't arrest you. They can't fight you. They probably can't even run after you. They're so old. They just talk in groups. They're not controlling the mall. They're not doing anything about it. Like, if it was me, I wouldn't have mall security because they can't do anything. I'd have full-on cops there. I would have the police. And sometimes they are there, but again, they're in groups. It's just, yeah. But there's no security, because over the summer I had a situation where I was being threatened and chased after. There was no mall security. And I didn't want to be that bitch to be like, ah! Like screaming all through the mall like an idiot, but I guess I could have been. And I didn't think about going to like another store and tell the employee to call the cops or whatever. I was just trying to get away. Like, that was my mindset. Because I'm as cautious as I am. If I hint any little something different that's not right, I'm out. And thank God I did, because there was a situation, so I'm good. But yeah, there was no mall security. Where was the mall security when I needed them, right? They're nowhere. They don't answer the phone at the mall. Like, if you call, thank you for calling the mall again, and like, you have to leave a voicemail or whatever, which is so stupid. Like, the mall sucks. Okay, this would not be a thing in New York. Okay, I'm just saying. Like, malls need to be more secure. Okay? Anyways. What I said, yeah, disappointed in lack of security, the inside, outside. So they got back to me with a bullshit tweet that they tweet everybody else. Because everybody else are tweeting them like, hey, this is stupid, like, I'll never shop here again. They're giving the same people, they're giving everybody the exact same tweet response. First of all, you know that's bullshit excuse when you're giving the same person. If you really cared, you would not write the same tweet for everybody. You would actually take time, actually read tweets, and like do something about it. So here's what their bullshit tweet said. Hi, Tony. We have a number of security measures in place. No, you don't. Covering both interior and exterior of the center. No, you don't. Some of these measures are visible to the customer. True. And some are not. Bullshit. We evaluate our security program on an ongoing basis. No, you don't. Thanks for your notes. You're welcome, but not true. Okay. So when they say they are visible, basically they've said this on the news and the statements like security is visible and not visible. It's like, so not everybody can see where security is. At first I was like, okay, that's good. But then I was like, so if you're undercover and something happens, it's going to be too late basically, right? So there needs to just always be people visible. Well, I guess you can go either way. I did agree with it. And then I didn't agree with not visible security, but maybe I agree with it again. I don't know, I can change my mind, but it just needs to be more. I think more visible than not visible, you know, like just have like the undercover people in parking lots and stuff, but you need more visible people on the outside, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put that together. More visible people on the outside, more maybe equal to more undercover on the inside. Okay, just have your badge on you, so when you like take someone down, like, who is this stranger trying to tackle me down? Bitch, what now? Okay, does that make sense? And either way, just avoid all this altogether. Don't go to the mall. Like, you know, I hate the holidays at the mall in general. Like, ugh. So, you know, the mall basically did crap for me like that. My little response of concern was nothing. I don't think they care. The mall's so outdated anyways, and like, so outdating, it's getting a little, it turns not safe, you know, at night. It's just a bad thing. It's not good. Here's my advice to malls. If you run a mall, because our owner of the mall is, like an 80-year-old bastard, you know, who doesn't care about anybody, doesn't care about his tenants. He just wants to look good himself. He just wants the mall under him to look good, you know. He don't care about the tenants, you know. And he just seems like that kind of guy. I've met him. He's very, like, so up his ass because he thinks he's so in charge and he thinks he's the boss. Like, bitch. So, yeah, so real mall owners, if you're listening, here's what you should do if you're not doing this already. Better mall security. Okay. People should not have their hoods on in the mall because... Another observation, I see people with hoods on Not, I mean, I don't care much, like, of the front, what you look like, but the back, you can't see. So, like, you can't see their facial expressions, what they're about to do. Like, you know, I feel like it's very shadow. Like, you can't see what they're up to. And hands in their pockets. Personally, I'd be like, no hands in pockets, because what are you going to pull out? Like, when somebody walks into my store, and they have their hand in their pocket, and it's a bulky pocket, that could be anything. Like, what do you got in your pocket? Like, what you got? I'm just saying. So, there should be no kids under 21, period. There is this rule at our mall where I think it's on the weekends only, 5 or 6 o'clock, anybody under 21 cannot be there unless they have, anybody under 18 cannot be at the mall unless they're with an adult 21 or older. Lots of things about that. They should just not have people 21 or under at all because they are so immature these days. They're so stupid and, like, you know, they like make fun of people like in a little group and like, yeah, like they're so like loud, like squealing pigs. I'm just like, ugh. Like, they're not mature. And sometimes, like, people, adults, act like that. I'm like, oh my god, like, everyone just go away. Like, you know. But we gotta have somebody at the mall. But anybody under 21 should not be there because they're so immature. Every door should have a guard. Cameras in the parking lots. Because the one other thing at that, when the lady got robbed, the mall had said there are no security cameras in the parking lot. They're just facing the mall doors. What is that? What the hell is that? Parking lot cameras. Come on now. Come on. And there needs to be undercover parking lot police. Okay? Or have visible police cars everywhere. Every other spot be a police car. Like, pay these cops more. Get more cops on the job. Okay? Whew. Alright, that was a whole conversation in itself. Oh my god. I get passionate about safety because that's like one thing I strive every day. Strive's not the right word. I go by every day. I'm overly cautious and you just need to be overly cautious because why would you want to risk, like, you know, whatever. Like I've said before, if I'm eating at the food court and I see people arguing, I'm leaving. I'm getting my food and leaving. People would say, I don't have to leave. Why should I leave? Why should I let that scare me? Because this world's so crazy. Honestly, it is. You don't know what's going to happen. These mall shootings you hear sometimes always start with these people were fighting and then all of a sudden one pulled out the gun, one pulled out the knife, and pff, like, come on. And I'm not gonna be that bitch in the middle of a big room with stampedes going, like, people trying to get away and you're gonna be like stepping all over me. Like, I don't have time for that. I'd rather just avoid it, eat my lunch either at my work or somewhere away from the food court. Moving on. Let's talk about Demi Lovato, because I love Demi Lovato. I think she's been through a lot. She knows how to have fun. She knows how to have an impact on people. Definitely knows how to have an impact on people in a good way. Her new music video came out. It was Tell Me You Love Me, I think it was called. And I will be honest, I know this was a personal album for her, and I appreciate that, but I kind of like the turn-up music a little bit more. Like, I think Demi's album, Demi, was the best. Unbroken and Demi just had more, like, party-esque music and just a beat. This album was just more, I felt like more ballads, and, you know, which is fine, you know. I'm growing to like ballads. I used to be like, oh, ballads. Now I'm kind of growing if I listen to the song enough and I kind of get what they're saying, you know. But I like the song. I never gave the song really a chance. When I heard like a preview on iTunes, I was like, oh. But then I like watched the video. I understood the message, the lyrics, and I was like, oh my god, this video is like, it impacts you. And you, at the end of the video, you're like, oh my god, like you just want to cry. Like, where's the tissues? And she's had a few videos where it's like you impact, like fun, like impacted videos. Like she's had Skyscraper, Made in the USA, Give Your Heart a Break. Like, those all have messages and, like, a good story, you know? And then she has her random fun turn-up, like Neon Lights. And I love it, you know? I really wish Who's That Boy would have been a single. It was originally going to be a single. Oh my god, that video would have been amazing. I just pictured Demi at the club, just, you know? Anyway, sorry. I'm, like, all over the place. But, yeah. So I watched Demi Lovato's music video, and it was really nice. It was really touching. And I feel like that's the kind of video that a lot of people can relate to, you know? Like, the video, spoiler alert, if you have not seen it, go watch it first. But, it seemed like she's just in this rocky relationship, and he proposes to her, and it kind of just skips around a lot, but that's, like, the point of the video, kind of. So he proposes, they're, like, gonna get married. Towards the end, he's like, I'm not ready, and he leaves her, basically, at the altar, you know? And she's upset. And while she's singing, like, the lyrics are kind of something in the effect of saying, like, you need someone to make you complete in a way. Like, you need somebody, like, what are the lyrics? I forget the lyrics so easily to songs, like, but towards the end, hold on. Like, some of the lyrics she's saying is just, I need someone on days like this, I do. First of all, no you don't. Like, you don't need anybody. Like, you know, she's saying, no, you're not somebody until you have somebody. And I was like, that's so not correct. But towards the end, she did say that. You know, towards the end, she was like, you don't need anybody, kind of. That's what I think I heard. Like, everything, like, she was looking at the mirror, in the mirror at the end, saying, everything I need is standing in front of me. Correct. Okay? I know I will be alright, yeah, that's basically what she said. That's so true. Like, don't let anybody, like, you don't, like, these people think they need somebody to be complete. Like, you're no one. Like, you are yourself first before anybody else. You were the one born over your mother's coochie, okay? Not that person. They were not born out of your mother's coochie. So basically, like, you don't need anybody to, like, make you. You know, you're your own person. I can't stand a bitch who's not individual. Like, who's not their own individual. Like, oh, like, that's another, like, really up there with the cautious thing. I strive for independence. I stand by independence, doing your own thing. Just because you're in a relationship, you still can be independent. People think they can't. They just gotta... And that's gonna lead me into my next topic off of what I saw on Tamar and Vince last week of Velcro. If you saw that episode, you know what I'm gonna get into. But, yeah. This is where I feel like relationships can be brainwashing sometimes. Putting it out there, and that's all I'm gonna say. Because people are gonna, like, try to get your mind into one thing. When your mindset's something, like, when you have your mindset and this... a person's trying to, like, change you and, like, you know, it can be brainwashing. That's, yeah. But, like, that video, I feel like it touched me in a way, you know. Like, you don't need anybody. Like, really. You don't need anybody to, like, complete you. Like, be you, be you. Why do you need someone else to be you for you, you know? Whatever. I can't stand a bitch who does that. Like, ugh. So now... let's get into Tamar and Vince. They're going through, like, everything right now in their series, and it's kind of painful to watch a marriage like that just fall apart. You can tell she's trying to fight. He's just like, like, I'm done. Like, you can tell his face. I would have been done a long time ago. I mean, yeah, Tamar just needs to do her freak thing, and she's doing her freaky thing, you know? So, what she and he were talking about in the last week's episode, he thinks a marriage should be one thing, she thinks a marriage should be something else, and quite frankly, I agree with Tamar on this. He thinks you need to be Velcro. You need to do every single thing together as a married couple. Every single thing. She's like, no. Like, you know, she's like, no, I'm all with her. I tweeted Tamar, and it was like such a true statement. Like, Vince, basically what I got, like, you cannot be your own person when you're married. You're with someone, you're like, bitch, no. Sorry, again, that's, like, I go for the independence. So I agree with Tamar 1000%. A marriage relationship doesn't and shouldn't, in uppercase, make you Velcro. You are still and always your own individual. And she just got back to me exactly. So, like, hello, you need, like, I get passionate because I'm so for this, and I see somebody be controlled, and I'm like, oh my god, like, where are you? Where's your head? You just want to shake them. Like, bitch, be shook. Velcro, I think, is bullshit, quite frankly, and you need to be your own person, even though you're in a relationship, okay? People need to know how to make that balance that out. Like, yeah, you're with your person, but do you really gotta do every single thing together? You know, I've always been about that. It's nothing new. And yeah, that's that. I don't know what else to say about it. Like, it's the truth. You don't like it? The truth hurts. Come on now. The world hurts. So, little words cannot hurt you as much, you know? Yeah, their marriage is ending, of course, as you saw. I just found out Teresa, what's her last name? Long Island Medium, Caput? And her husband are breaking up after, like, 30 years of marriage. I could not believe that, like, everybody's breaking up these days. Everybody, like, I don't know. Like, every time I see somebody in a relationship, I'm like, okay, when are they gonna break up? Like, honestly, like, really, like, Jennifer Hudson, her fiance of 10 years, they broke up. Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, I didn't think they'd break up. Mariah Carey and Nick Cannon, like, everybody you can think of. Tamar, Vince, I never thought would have broke up. Like, Teresa, I never thought, like, she would break up. Cynthia and her husband broke up. Who was another one that I was shocked? Shannon Beador and David bitch, like, oh my god, like, Kelly Dodd, like, everybody's just divorcing, you know? It's just, relationships today just do not work out. I think it's just today's times, like, the social media is such a big factor. There's so many people at the tip of your fingers. So many, like, outside voices and just things. It just was not like how our parents used to be, you know? And then for those people who are married for 20 plus years and getting divorced, that really tells you there's no hope for anybody. Because, like, who knows? You're out, like, after 30 years, you're just kind of over it, you know? You're just kind of, And then you move on with your life. And you're like, you don't want to be with the same person. You're like, oh my god, look at this world that I've never seen before, like, out of nowhere. All these people, all these opportunities. And, you know, I think, like, this relationships today are just... There's such a high rate of, like, everything ending. It's just, it's sad, you know? It's just, whew! I feel like I'm preaching. I'm like, oh my god. 2 cups of coffee, that's what that will do to you. I was so fine until I had my 2nd cup of coffee. But yeah, I was really surprised that Teresa and her husband were breaking up. I thought they were cute together. And I'm reading the article, and they just, something's off. It just does not work out. And I think that comes with people just getting comfortable. Like, you know, one thing I believe, and this is a very debatable statement that I'm gonna make. I truly don't believe marriage is for everybody, because I feel like marriage changes a relationship either for good or for bad. I feel like you don't need that paper that says marriage. You don't need that. And then, like, if you break up, you gotta go through divorce court. You gotta go through, like, everything. Custody battles. Who gets this? Who gets, like, prenups? Like, oh my god. It's like the whole thing. Like, if you really love someone, like, I've seen people, like, who are, like, celebrities or people who don't get married, but they're together for, like, ever. And that works out for them. It works for some people, it doesn't work for everybody, you know? And, like, you see, like, they will always love each other, will always be in support of our children. And I think that's what's more important than a marriage. As long as you have your love for each other and for your kids and for your family, what's the paper for? Why do you need the paper? And no, I'm not salty, I'm reporting the news. Like, they were just saying, they were so cute together. They balanced each other's out. And that's a whole other thing we're going to talk about in another day. Yeah, we've been there for each other through thick and thin. You know, good times, the bad times. Right now, we're just not in good times. I don't understand it. I lay in bed and I say to myself, how did this happen? How did I get there? Okay? And then I sometimes interpret as growing apart. People change, I've changed, he's changed, we're both not happy, and you know, it's hard to try to get through that. It's sad, it's very sad, and I think everybody's doomed these days. Everybody's doomed. Like, if you're with someone, you could go and break up. Not me, though. We gonna get through it. And then the last thing I guess I could talk about, because this video is gonna be like an hour long. Jersey Shore is back, and I'm so ready. Like, my life is complete. Like, Jersey Shore was like my show, and I wish I was like my age now when Jersey Shore was such a more popular thing, because I'd be like up at Club Car, like that, and you know, like, I looked up to them. I did. People were like, oh my god, like, people just like, oh my god, you made these idiots famous over nothing, partying, and whatever, bitch, you mad, you mad. But yeah, I looked up to them. I looked up to them, and it was just so nice. They were fun. They had just, like, everybody parties. I guess people just didn't want to make party thing of, they didn't want to make people who did it famous, I guess. Like, everybody parties, you know. And they were like, idiots. Snooki, that's my inspiration. Snooki for life, you know, just don't care what anybody thinks, dress what you want, cheetah print, like, that's all, like, that's my inspiration, okay? So Jersey Shore is coming back, and it's gonna be way better than Floribama, whatever. People say Floribama. I think Floribama sounds a lot better, in my opinion. It's just like, ugh, that looks like a train wreck of a show, okay? Like, people up north know how to do it better, I'm just saying, and I said that in my Floribama review video. That show only probably did good on the ratings only because of the Jersey Shore announcements. People prefer Jersey Shore over Floribama Shore. They're not even getting like 1 million views. Like, they're such a fail. Like, Jersey Shore had 8 million views an episode. Like, come on now. If you got like 0.70 million views, bitch. Bye-bye. I think that's gonna be it, guys, for today's talk video. Sorry if I was like loud, obnoxious, passionate, salty, whatever you want to call it. That's, you know, once I get into a conversation, you're gonna hear what I got to say about it, okay? Just people just can't handle it most of the time, what I've got to say, but you know, that's why I feel better with videos, because I can get everything out on a video. It's like a therapy session. It's like confessionals. It's just, you know, I feel good talking about things on camera, you know? And that's gonna be that, so. Leave a comment down below on anything you want. I'll get back to you. We'll have a conversation. You know, I love honesty. I love an honest conversation. If you agree with me on things, if you don't agree with me on things, you know, that's just how the world goes. That's just life. And, you know, there's this picture, before I go, that I think people need to go by. Because for the people who say, no, like, if I just say it's just life, and people are like, no, but it's not just, like, basically, like, you're wrong, it's not just life. Like, bitch, obviously it is. You see the time ticking? Did you see the time stop ticking for you? No. So time is going. So that's just life, you know? Oh, well, that's the way it goes. It is what it is. What can you do? What will be, will be. Don't get your hopes up. Shit happens, nothing. Like, that's so true, though. Harsh much? Probably. The world's harsh. Get with it. Like I said, is clock gonna stop ticking for you because if you're feeling a little upset? No. The world's going. When I get upset, it's brushed off like, bitch. Like, I know. It's not just me, you know. Everyone's different, but like I said, the clock is not gonna stop ticking because you're in your feelings. That's all I'm saying. And that be that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!